A great day yesterday has us now positive on the week, so let's look to keep it going. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. Just starting off your Thursday morning with me here as we're giving out free sports picks each and every single day. And let's always make sure we recap yesterday, whether it's good or bad. And today it's going to be on the good side. There it is right there, guys. We went 2-1 yesterday. Just a nice, good, outstanding day. And plus 1.98 units. That is what I'm talking about right there. It says we're down a little bit on the week. We got another recap to do here in a little bit. That'll make extra sense. And then that's where we get back positive, back on the week. But as for these three bets that I gave you guys on YouTube yesterday, we took that Tigers F5 run line. That was a cash. I've never sweat so much my entire life. When a team went up 10-0. They were up 10-0 after the top half of the fourth inning. And then it just unraveled under Peralta. He just sat on the bench too long and just came out and gave up a 6 spot between him and a couple other relievers. It was 10-6. Shouldn't have to sweat. I shouldn't be sweating. But thankfully they did hold on there throughout that fifth inning. And then we got a cash. But then the sweat wasn't over. No. The Tigers jumped out to a 13-6 lead. You thought that was over by then. No. They come all the way back. The Twins would make it 13-12. Had my friend text me. It was 13-12 after the 8th inning. He was on this pick as well. The dog of the day, that is, the Tigers money line. And he was like, well, I sure hope the Tigers get some run here in the top of the ninth. I kind of was like, yeah, I hope they do it, but they're rolling out their closer. It should be fine. No, it wasn't fine. It's a damn good thing that the Tigers got a couple of runs in that top of the ninth because the Twins got a couple of runs in the bottom of the ninth. So just what a back and forth game. It ended up being 17-14. Yeah, you thought you were watching the Lions versus the Vikings there with a 17-14 game, but that was a baseball game, folks. What a just an unbelievable game. I had a good job. I had a fun time on YouTube with you guys, enjoying that game, sweating out two great cashes though, two great cashes at plus money. Again, the Tigers was the dog of the day, so we got our dog of the day mojo back. Got a nice, real good cash right there. That fourth inning, guys, the announcer said it took 56 minutes. 56 minutes. There were 14 runs. 14 runs. Unreal. What an unreal that Tigers game. But yeah, Tigers came through for us. Big spot for us. We did get tripped up yesterday with our Diamondbacks F5 money line. It looked like they were going to go ahead and get a cash, and then in the fourth inning they gave up 2 runs, and they went ahead and lost that game, or not the game. They went ahead and lost the fifth inning portion of that game 2-1. So got a little bit tripped up, but again, nice day right there. Getting those 2 bets from that Tigers game. Went a little bit risky there, maybe doubling down within the same game, but came through for us there. Followed the trends, followed the numbers, and again got 2 nice cashes there at plus money. So it felt good to get up almost 2 units worth of wins right there for us right there. All right, so we got another recap, and I told you in the teaser that we were positive on the week. Well, I just showed in that one that we weren't positive. So how did we get positive on the day? It was about an hour before first pitch. DraftKings went ahead and did a promo. They gave us a 20% profit boost on every single Major League Baseball game. Now, I didn't bet every single game. I didn't reach it. You guys know I'm not a bettor that throws things on the wall. I follow the numbers, I follow the trends, and I bet things that make sense rather than just reaching. So there was no reaches. I did get every bet I made, though. I did get it at plus money. I ended up betting 10 of the games, but a couple of them got ruined because, the Phillies-Nationals game got canceled due to COVID. I ended up cashing out at the Angels bet because Chichi Gonzalez was put on the COVID list, so it didn't end up being 10 in total. But let's go ahead and run through these and see how we did on those. All right, as you guys can see right there, the first one was a cash. Took J.A. Happ over 5.5 hits allowed. He allowed 5 hits through 2 innings. I think he allowed 9 hits overall. Just got rocked by the Tigers offense as we thought. The Cardinals-Indians under 9 runs. That one feels like a win. It was a push, but that one feels like a win, folks, because they were 9 runs after the 4 innings of that game. So, yeah, to go the next 5 innings and not have 0 runs scored in that game, boy, that one has a P next to it, but that one sure does feel like a cash right there. Then we got tripped up. We did Guerrero over 1.5 total bases, and we did Alvarez over 1.5 total bases. Guerrero was the closest. He got a single in that game only. Alvarez went over 6 in that game. He didn't do anything. Then we took a couple dogs. We took Giants and Braves. Giants got blown out 8-0. Braves were in it. They had a chance there. They had a runner thrown out at home in the top of the 9th inning, so that one fell just painfully short. And then we got 2 other cashes. Athletics team total, that one cashed in the first inning, so that one was really good. And then the Reds F5 team total. I told you guys on yesterday's show about Molly and his F5 success. We are going to get a bet on that. Well, once DraftKings gave us a 20% boost, no brainer. Go ahead and take that Reds F5 team total. If you also took F5 money line, you would have gotten the cash there, so that was a good one. And then I used 2 of them with the arbitrage situation. Just wanted to guarantee a little bit of profit there, so took under 5.5 in that Diamondbacks versus Rangers game. That was a live bet, and then also a live bet on the Royals at plus 1.5, so got 2 right there. So overall, a lot of fun doing this, but scraped out a little bit of profit at plus 0.30 units. And now that got us back positive on the week at plus 0.11 units up on the week. That's what I'm talking about right there. Taking advantage of DraftKings, doing the promos, and getting some profit out of it, and getting profit back on the week. We were right there on the edge of being profit on the week, and that just tipped us up over the edge. Had a great time yesterday hanging out on YouTube Live with you guys. Hung out there for about an hour and a half or so, and there were several of you up on there rotating throughout the time. So just a thank you for everybody who did join. Obviously appreciate all the great comments and the interaction. That was a lot of fun, and we'll certainly be looking to do those a lot more, going forward. But glad everybody was kind of able to jump on there with me, tail the bets, and put some money up in your pocket. Unfortunately, the free giveaway bet lost yesterday. It was, of course, on those Diamondbacks, so that was a little bit of a heartbreaker right there. But we still got 4 left. I'm going to put the next one on you guys, so you guys can go ahead and vote. So obviously, once I give you guys all the bets today, jump over to that community tab, go ahead and get your vote in, and then we'll slap an extra $50 on that bet, and we'll see if we can't give away some money up on tomorrow's show. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on in on today's bets. First one we're going to do is here. We're going to do Brewers versus Pirates. We're going Brewers run line, and as you can see right there, I finally pulled the trigger and used my $100 free bet. So this is a big spot for me, absolutely big spot for me. Why do I like this matchup so much? We got Peralta on the mound going up against Cool. We know both of these guys. We've tailed Peralta throughout the season and gotten cashes. We've also faded Cool throughout the season and gotten cashes. So 2 pitchers we know really well. Peralta, since we've tailed him last, he's now on an innings limit. They've kind of cut him back a little bit, but that doesn't worry me all that much because the Brewers, since the All-Star break and a little bit longer than that, really since about July 1st, have a top 10 bullpen. And the Pirates bullpen is around 20 or so in most categories. So while Peralta may have a short leash, may only go about 4 or so innings like last time, really not worried about it because this Milwaukee bullpen has just been really strong in the last month or so of the season. And Peralta's got Cy Young stuff. We may not know how long he's going to pitch, but when he's in there, he's going to be lights out. Listen to these numbers, guys. This is outstanding. A 2.29 ERA, a whip under 1 at 0.89. That is fantastic at this point in the season. His opponent's batting average, 129. Are you kidding me? Opponent's batting average of 129? That is unreal. And his K per 9 is 12.4. He only allows a home run every 10.9 innings. Boy, guys, that is like an opponent's batting average of 129. That is like ridiculous stuff. That is unreal. Cool's numbers are, of course, worse. We don't need to go through his numbers. You ain't touching Peralta's numbers with a 10-foot pole. Hardly any pitcher is. Certainly not Cool there. But he's already gone up against the Brewers twice this season. What I like about that is it been 2 so-so outings. One of them was certainly worse than the first one. He went 3.1 innings pitched, gave up 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks. Then he came back, or his first one actually was 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 home runs, a walk, and 6 Ks. So Brewers are obviously seeing him. They've touched him up each time. Expect them to touch him up again while Peralta can do his things, shut it down, and then he'll be backed again by that top 10 bullpen. So certainly playing on Peralta here, playing on a strong bullpen. And even the bats for the Brewers are turning up. Their last 5 games, they're averaging 6 runs in those last 5 games. So those bats are certainly alive right now. So yeah, go ahead and give me the Brewers on that run line, and we'll go ahead and bet that one right there. All right, next bet we want to go do here is Orioles versus Tigers. We're going to take that Tigers F5 run line at plus 130 with the DraftKings boost. That should sound awfully familiar to you guys. Tigers F5 run line. What I mean run line is it's basically the Tigers F5 three-way, because the run line is minus 0.5. So it's three-way, whatever your book calls it, whether it's run line, three-way. That's what we want to go at bet here. The Orioles, they're throwing their youngster Wells on the mound. He's the left-hander. He's only had 1 long appearance. He's only had a few appearances in the whole season, but only one of them has been long, and that was a 5.2 innings pitched against the Rays, and he gave up 3 runs. But that's not bad. I mean, it's not good, but not bad. However, I'm expecting the Tigers to do a lot more damage than what the Rays were doing. Why do I expect that? The Rays are number 20th in batting average versus left-handed pitching. The Tigers are number 3 since the All-Star break. And in fact, the Tigers are hitting 300 versus left-handed pitching, so significantly better than the Rays. So if the Rays are able to get 3 runs, you obviously assume that the Tigers, or you hope that the Tigers can obviously get more than 3 runs. And also, the Rays have 3 more at-bats than the Tigers do versus left-handed pitching since the All-Star break, but they have 23 more strikeouts. 23 more strikeouts. So this Tigers team offense is significantly better than this Rays team. This Rays team that got 3 runs, over 5.2 innings pitched. So they're not going to strike out as often as these Rays, and they're obviously going to put more bat on the ball and get more base hits. So that's just what they do. So expecting Wells to get roughed up a little bit more than what he's shown in his very, very brief, only long appearance on the season. Who's going to be on that mound for the Tigers? Casey Mize. That sound familiar to anybody? Yeah, he got a cash for us on Saturday in terms of F5 money line. And look at this chart. We've talked about it, but maybe it's been a couple weeks since I've shared this chart, so it's time to put it up again. He's still, look at that, guys. He's the best. He's the most profitable F5 money line pitcher in all of Major League Baseball. And what this chart shows is it was you putting $100 on every bet of every start. So if you did that for this guy, look how much money you'd be up. You'd be up almost $1,000 of every single one of his starts if you put $100 up on the line for F5 money line. Again, we cashed him, backing him this past Saturday. So yeah, he's good first and second time through a rotation. Kind of drops off there a little bit. And even the Tigers, they even show a knack that they even pull him because the numbers show his third time through rotation is not all that good. So when it came down to this bet, though, it was really hard for me to ignore Mize's success. And again, it's the most profitable pitcher. I mean, that's a trend I don't mind jumping on. And then the Tigers' bats. I mean, just look at what they did yesterday. Let's not talk about how we expect them to crush. Just look at what they did yesterday, putting up a 17 spot. Yeah, give me these Tigers bats. They're hot. The team's good. Casey Mize has been really good, obviously, through the first 5 innings so far this entire season. So I'm going to go ahead and take that Tigers F5 run line at plus 130. All right, my last bet of the day for you guys is going to be my dog of the day. And again, we've got a nice bounce back yesterday on dog of the day, so let's look to keep it going. Today's dog of the day is going to be the Chicago Cubs. And you can get that best price right now is plus 112 over FanDuel. I'm not showing you a bet slip because everybody that's got Bet Rivers, I encourage you to use your 20% live profit boost, and we'll be able to get that at about plus 134. But why do we like the Cubs today going up against these Reds? Well, let's talk about the starters first. From starters' current form, Castillo is way better than Alex Mills. I mean, let's make no doubt about that. Castillo is on a really, really nice stretch. He's been on a good stretch since June 4th. I mean, if you go look at his game log, pretty much since June 4th, he's been really, really good. What happened before that? His start before that, on May 29th, he took a loss. He took a loss to those Cubs, folks, so that's what we like. That's what we like. He may be trending good, but the last time he had a stinker, in terms of like really running into like really bad form, it was all because of these Cubs on May 29th when he took an L. He also faced the Cubs on May 1st and got rocked in that start too. So yeah, give him credit. He is on a good form, but boy, when he faces the Cubs, he sure has seemed to struggle so far this season. Miles, he's had a nice outing versus the Reds, actually, in his earlier on this season. He went 5.2 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 9 Ks, and didn't have any strikeouts. So that's what we'll kind of lean on right here from a starter perspective is give credit to Castillo. He is certainly on a nice run, but he struggled against the Cubs this season. Miles or Mills, I think it is, actually. He's just struggled. Yeah, it's Mills, actually, definitely. He didn't struggle. He had a nice outing there against the Reds. So we'll lean on that from a starter perspective. What about from an offensive perspective? It's pretty even versus right-handed pitching since the All-Star break. I mean, Reds are batting 247, Cubs are batting 243. Cubs strike out a little bit less, but yeah, this is pretty much even offense. What about a bullpen? Big. And when I mean big, folks, I mean this is a big advantage here for the Cubs. Cubs sit about top 10 in most categories. Cubs are top 10. Reds are bottom 5 in most categories. Cubs are better in everything. You want to look at ERA, WHIP, opponent's batting average, FIP, K per 9, home run per 9, left on base percentage, you name it, look it up. The Cubs have a big advantage up over these Reds in terms of the bullpen since the All-Star breaks. We love that. So what we'll do is, again, we'll rely on Mills and kind of fade Castillo here. Maybe hope that he can have a little bit of a clunker. He's been on an impressive run, but you can't keep that up forever. And I like that he struggled against a team that obviously knows him really well and they're super familiar with him being division. So, that's what we'll rely on. And then we'll rely on that, Mills will obviously be backed by the significantly better bullpen and offenses that are even. So that's why the Cubs for me are my dog of the day. So let's see if we can't get a nice little streak on here with these dog of the days and get a nice bounce back right there. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and do the recap. What are we betting today? We're betting those Brewers on the run line. We're taking the Tigers F5 run line, and then our dog of the day is going to go ahead and be the Cubs. Don't forget, guys, go ahead and jump over that community tab, get your vote in, let your voice be heard, and whatever is that winning bet, we'll slap an extra $50 on and see if we can't give away some money on tomorrow's show. All right, guys, go ahead and get these bets in so we can talk about all this profit tomorrow on tomorrow's show, and we'll see you guys then. Have a good one. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.